Hello to you. I'm Jesse R. Johnson. This is the true and real form of life after death of the body and mind. This is part one. The true scientific spiritual comprehension of life after death of the body is needed in its own way. Science means to know or to have systematized knowledge. Spiritual means the base essence, substance, and fundamental principle of any thing or non-thing, the way it is used here. We all have, or better yet, is one physical life and one physical death of the body and mind. But that is not the end of the story. The body is composed of the elements of the surface of the earth and the elements of this universe. The body takes work to stay around by breathing, drinking, and eating. When dead, all elements of the body and its radiations return. Before conceived in your mother's womb, you were not here. One day you, the body that is, will be 100% disintegrated, and you won't be here in the body nor mind again. We are one very temporary existence between two non-existences as bodies, feelings, and mind. Mind and body are not two separate things. The body is the gross aspect of the mind, and the mind is the subtle aspect of the body. But there's more to this. The human system is just as all elephants, cows, pigs, cats, etc., 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 and is made of two life fields, just as cats and dogs and everything else. The first life field is the body, composed of chemicals. The second life field is composed of radiations. The first life field has organs, and so do the second life field, which surrounds the first life field by 3 to 8 feet. The second life field leaves the first life field at body death. I know this from experience to be true. The self that so-called you consider so-called yourself to be is made of memory. It is not a real entity. If you had amnesia and you could not remember your name, who are you without your name? The name is an identifier, just as the words I, or me, or myself, or mine, or you, or yourself, etc. There is no self to these bodies. No set of beliefs, religion or otherwise, can help you. None. All religions are mind-made and of the ego, and is false spirituality. Religions, none of them, will never know the true soul. The true soul is self-radiant living being, beyond mind and philosophy of all forms. All fear and negative states is produced by identification with the body-mind. Dissolve the mechanism of identification, and all fear and negative mind states vanishes. Of feelings, emotions, thoughts, thinking, and all the negative and all the negative social states it creates. When the body dies, it is said that the real ghost of radiative energy, that is left with the tendencies created while bodily alive, that we are all composed of a second life field. I know this to be factual. About tendencies, I don't know, but I do trust Da Free John. Actuality and reality are not the same. Actuality is Actuality is a high-quality representation of the universe made from information from all 18 of our senses. Reality, on the other hand, is the isness of all that is and is not. And how you view all life and all the universe is based on your mind frame and all its content. The mind includes all memory, feelings, emotions, thinking, philosophies, paradigms, etc., and considerations toward death. The most powerful individual on earth is the one who is internally at true peace. Power arising from the deepest source is unnoticed. Power coming from purpose and will is obvious and provokes opposition. Virtue decays into morality, which decays into propriety, which decays into ego, which decays into discord of every negativity, stupidity, ignorance, socially, and violence and viciousness. The human race is made of chemicals of the surface of the earth. The earth is composed of the lithoplane, the H2O plane, atmoplane, and bioplane. Each one of these planes is made of trillions of patterns and forces of cycles, expansions, contractions, pulsations, ebullitions, repeats, mutating forms, and 1,001 other major complexes. If you could run this at high speed like a film, and each one becomes a living thing in its own right, and taken together, all four planes, taken together, the earth is a living being in its own right. The only form of life is not only like our chemical bodies of cells and multicells. All biological life of the bioplane of this earth, when taken as a single whole, ask yourself this question: how alive is that? You are alive. You are one. There are billions of humans. That's billions of times more alive than you. Billions of times more complex than you. So it's the individual, the ecology, the biomes, the bioplane, the earth. You, the body-mind, and the living earth are one living unitary field of energy. Now, you die in one respect when the earth dies. When is that? The hell if I know. There is a conventional knowing, type of knowing we all have, which comes from our very structure. I want to thank everyone. This has been part 1, and I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. Please go to part 2, which will be put into place in a short while from now. I want to thank everyone again. So please share this video and subscribe, and we will meet on part 2. Have a fine day.